Man, the pandemic has been a bit of a roller coaster for California. Governor Gavin Newsom, that sharp-jawed savior, muscles down the infection curve. But now it's spiking back up, and the state is shutting back down. No one seems to have noticed how California actually made the COVID lockdown much worse. So our story starts with Uber, the breakthrough rideshare company that toppled ancient taxicab cartels by offering clean, cheap, on-demand rides. Last year, California lawmakers started denouncing Uber as the poster child of Silicon Valley predation and vowed to beat back the gigification of the California economy. In the most piercing, righteous voice, all-star California Assemblywoman Lana Gonzalez.
If I hire you over an app, you have no rights.
Assemblywoman Gonzalez denounced Uber as a grand gimmick.
They are companies that basically took Google Maps and lined up two people together. They didn't create some special unicorn potion.
Gonzalez cooks up Assembly Bill 5, which forces rideshare companies to convert drivers from contractors to full employees, guaranteeing them benefits like overtime, healthcare, workers' comp.
Well, they could have provided them with a lot more money. That we know, and they haven't. And they won't unless we force them to.
AB 5 has a suspicious design, though. Instead of precisely targeting ride sharing, it effectively prohibits independent contractors in all parts of the economy. That's 2 million people in California. And then it doles out exemptions to industries with sufficient lobbyist muscle.
You're passing this giant sweeping law, and now you're saying, all right, industries, come and beg for your exemptions now. California is such a creative state, and there are so many people doing so many unique little micro careers. And when you look at the exemption, you can see that all that small industry got left out.
A proper employee costs about a third more than an independent contractor. For employers running on razor-thin profit margins, failure to secure an exemption means they're doomed to extinction. So I talked to a couple Cali businesses AB 5 is helping.
Hello, my name is Twinkle. I am a bilingual recording artist for kids and families. Hola, amigos. Soy Twinkle. Welcome. AB 5 got really scary. Now I have to make that one drummer, that one guitarist, that one dancer full employees, whether they gig with me 2 weeks or one time.
I am a film and TV composer in Los Angeles. A guitarist might come in and play for me for 3 hours. Now I have to make them a full employee for 3 hours of work. I might actually go overseas. I mean, I can send PDFs of our music to an orchestra in Prague.
People will not hire me now because I am based in California. Lana, thanks so much. I appreciate it, but I really don't need your help. I really don't need it. And nor did I ever ask for it.
And by radically ratcheting up the costs of retaining gig workers, AB 5 instantly incinerates their jobs.
Now she's saying she has lost the ability to make a living because of AB 5.
Because that's my livelihood. I don't have any other source of income.
I'm sorry, and I feel that she does feel that way, but I don't think it's true.
AB 5 could prevent me from being Mrs. Claus. I don't want to work 9 to 5 in a place. I don't want to do that. I never want to do that again.
Assemblywoman Gonzalez, the supposed champion of the precarious gig slave, responds to this carnage with lazy slogans.
Lana Gonzalez has said that this is just a hobby and that we should all get real jobs. This is my real job.
And then the plague hits.
This timing with the coronavirus is particularly horrendous, given that there are so many people who are desperate for work.
Right when I was beginning to get some freelance writing jobs, AB 5 came up. When I was filling out the application, they asked me what state did I reside in. And when I said California, well, immediately I got a pop-up message saying that California is ineligible.
Everyone that's been impacted from AB5 is now being impacted once again. These are people that were already unemployed. Now they're sheltered and they can't even work from home.
You know, I'm over 70 years old. I don't need anybody telling me how I can work.
Governor Gavin Newsom has already requested an additional $20 million for AB5 enforcement. The full force of the state deployed to keep people marooned in their homes during a once-in-a-generation economic calamity. What is going on here?
The sponsors of AB5, half of their campaign contributions are from the unions. Unions want more people to become W-2 employees in their various industries because that is what legally enables the union to then unionize those people. There is an organization called Gig Workers Rising. Supposedly, this big grassroots movement by Uber and Lyft drivers who support AB5. So we looked up the address of Gig Workers Rising. It's the American Federation of Musicians. It's the Musicians Union office. So this supposed groundswell of Uber and Lyft workers, it's not. Uber and Lyft did not create the difficult economic conditions that cause millions of people to be willing to work these low-paid jobs. You know what I mean?
The real problem that we have in California, which we are writing about quite a bit, which is that there aren't a lot of good, high-paying jobs, and those high-paying permanent jobs are leaving the state. Environmental legislation, all sorts of different labor legislation, essentially tells a company, if I can do something outside of California, I'm going to do it. Think of the companies that have now left. McKesson, Bechtel, Parsons, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Toyota. These are companies that employed long-term employees in exactly the kind of labor that the AB5 advocates complain we're losing. But California is legislating not based on what people want or what works in the economy, but based on a theology. They live in some sort of fantasy world.
By nearly every recognizable metric, the state of California is not just thriving, but in many instances, leading the country. Inventing the future and inspiring the nation. It's an enterprising, modernizing, pluralizing, unionizing nation state of opportunity.
Does it ever feel like being the appropriations chair means doing some of the assembly's dirty work? No.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to click the little bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you want to support us, check out our website, wetheinternet.tv.